A ship leaves port looking clean. 6 months later, it's covered in life. Barnacles, algae, worms. Entire ecosystems growing on the hull. And that single fact costs the shipping industry billions of dollars every year. Not because it looks bad, because of physics. Yes, physics. The ocean is alive. Within hours of a ship entering the water, microscopic organisms begin to attach. Bacteria first, then algae, then larger creatures, mussels, barnacles, tube worms. This is called biofouling, and it changes the shape of the hull. A clean hull is smooth. Water slides past it efficiently. A fouled hull is rough. Water drags against every bump, every shell, every tuft of algae. That drag is called hydrodynamic resistance, and resistance costs fuel. A thin slime layer, invisible to the eye, increases fuel consumption by up to 15%. A moderate fouling, 20 to 30%. Heavy barnacle growth, up to 40%. A large container ship burns around 150 tons of fuel per day. At 40% extra consumption, that's 60 extra tons every single day. Across hundreds of ships, across the global fleet, the fuel waste runs into tens of billions of dollars annually. And fuel isn't the only cost. More fuel means more emissions. More emissions means regulatory penalties. The math keeps getting worse. You might think, just clean the hull, but ships are rarely still. Most of them are moving constantly port to port, ocean to ocean. Dry docking a ship to scrape the hull costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. It takes the ship out of service for days or weeks. That lost time is lost revenue. Underwater cleaning is possible while the ship floats, but it's expensive, logistically complex, and can spread invasive species into local waters. And even after cleaning, fouling starts again almost immediately. You can't solve this once. You have to solve it continuously. The primary weapon against biofouling is anti-fouling paint. This is the reason ship hulls are red below the waterline. That paint is not cosmetic. It's chemical warfare against the ocean. The original solution was copper-based paint. Copper is toxic to marine organisms. A hull coated in it simply kills anything trying to attach. It worked. It worked so well that copper paints dominated shipping for over a century. But copper slowly leaches into the water. High concentrations near busy ports began damaging marine ecosystems. Some countries started banning it for recreational boats. The industry needed something better. Today's anti-fouling technology has split into two directions. The first, biocide paints. These still use controlled release chemistry to deter attachment. They're more targeted than raw copper, but the environmental debate hasn't gone away. The second, foul release coatings. These don't kill anything. Instead, they're engineered to be extremely smooth and slippery at the molecular level. Organisms can attach, but they can't hold on. The friction of moving through water simply strips them off. These coatings are based on silicone polymers, no toxins. The hull stays clean through speed and surface chemistry alone. There's another dimension to this problem that shipping companies don't advertise. Ships carry species across oceans. A barnacle that attaches in Singapore might arrive in Rotterdam. Organisms that evolved in one ecosystem can devastate another. Biofouling isn't just expensive. It's one of the primary pathways for invasive marine species worldwide. The zebra mussel, the European green crab, the Pacific oyster, all of them spread, in part, on the hulls of ships. Regulators are beginning to treat hull cleanliness as an environmental requirement, not just an operational one. Every ship moving across the ocean is in a quiet battle, not against weather, not against waves, against life itself, against the ocean's relentless attempt to colonize anything that sits still long enough. The paint is a response to biology. The fuel burn is a tax on physics. And the billions lost every year, that's the price of moving things across a living ocean. The hull has to stay clean, because if it doesn't, the ocean wins.